Y'all, Papoose and Remy went at it for over an hour last night. Let's talk about it. Jack Squad, what's going on, everybody? Listen, I know y'all all done heard and y'all all done seen. Y'all all done heard and y'all all done seen the REMY Ma Papoose show last night, right? Now, usually I don't be on lives and stuff because I'm watching TV. Y'all know I'm a TV head. So I just happened to be looking for something and it said Papoose was live. I said, oh, he usually don't talk. Let's see what he's talking about, right? So he's telling the story of how Remy was cheating, right? And how she was with the lame. He kept calling him the lame, right? Well, you know, what I didn't know was at the same time, Remy was live, right? So now, I got both my phones. I'm watching both the lives. This is hot. This is juice. This is tea. What they talking about? What's happening? What done happened today? Well, I realized that Papoose had finally signed the paperwork for the divorce yesterday, right? Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I saw, and then I'm going to give you my perception of what I saw. So, Papoose was talking about all what he did. That was brilliant. That was very noble of him to look out for her while she was away on vacation. That was very noble, right? I don't even like to use the words penitentiary and the joint and all that, you know, on vacation, right? And he looked out. He looked out. He looked out. He said he even moved, found an apartment or something close to her. I'm being nosy. Close to her, to the facility, you know, so he can go see her every day. I'm like, wow, you know, because y'all know, like we all thought we knew, that Papoose and Remy was Black Love. They even had a brand, Black Love caps, Black Love t-shirts. I don't know if they sold them in the beauty supply or the Family Dollar or wherever they sold them at, but they had Black Love merchandise, right? So, by the way, Remy said they didn't make no money on that. Okay, we'll talk about that later, right? So, Papoose was telling the story. Now, this has been going on for a couple of years. We didn't know. They were so cool with it. They were so cool. They were so smooth with it. They didn't let us know. We just was speculating, right? Until Remy just went on outside with her man. I'm outside. I ain't got to listen. I'm outside. I like him, and this is what I'm doing, right? She went on outside. Now, Papoose went on, and I'm telling you, the live would cut off, and he would get right back on there. Remy's live would freeze and cut off. She'd get back on there. Now, she was using her daughter's IG or phone or whatever, Reminisce McKenzie, and she was commenting. It took me a minute to catch on to that. She was commenting on Papoose live, right? Evidently, he had her blocked on hers, right? Child, it went on for at least, that I knew of, at least an hour. When I saw it, you know, for the time I saw till it ended, well, I thought that it ended, was probably about 45 minutes, an hour. I don't know how long it went on, but Remy's people was telling her what Papoose was saying after he blocked her, because it took him a minute for him to catch on that she was in the comments, commenting under their daughter's name, right? It was messy, it was ugly, and quite frankly, neither one of them should have been going live. They too old for that. Papoose really old. I didn't know Papoose was almost 50. You're too old for that, right? Even though I know you want the world to hear you and you want Remy to look bad and you want to tell your story that you was the solid, upstanding guy. You was the husband. You was the best husband. You was the best father. And this is what she do to me. That's his side of the story. Now then, Remy says she tired of taking care of him. He broke. He ain't had no money. What you do, brokey? That's what Remy say, right? She said she was tired and she had told him. She showed us how she had his clothes. See, this is when you know a woman tired. I've been here. I've been there. Did this myself. When they neatly put your clothes away. When they mad and they still hurt, they throw them all out the window, step on them, burn them up, pour water and bleach on, do all that stuff. When you just done and you want him to go on with his life, you fold them and you put them neatly away. She showed the video of her and all his clothes. Now, Papoose, why you ain't went to go get your clothes? Why you out here without your clothes, right? It was said in the comments or somewhere that he ain't got nowhere to be. He ain't got nowhere to live. Now, I don't know. I thought maybe he was living with, I thought he had his own little place, or he was living with Clarissa, or so on and so forth, right? Now, the room he was in, wherever he was at going his live, it looked empty and it sounded empty. It was echoey. It was echoey. Sounded like wasn't nothing in there. Not even no curtains. It was a little dark, a little shady, right? Remy say she was tired. She also showed receipts of him texting her. Now, he went to Africa or somewhere and didn't take Clarissa. And Clarissa said she didn't go because she didn't get her shots. Now, what I didn't know is that you can take some pills. I didn't know that because I plan on going to Africa next year, right? I didn't know you could just take some pills. Glad to know that. And she didn't know it either. And Remy said he didn't want you to go because he took the pills and you could have just took some pills too. Now, they was both releasing a lot of dirt upon each other. They was telling each other's business, right? They was telling each other's business. And again, I think it was a bad look to me for both of them. Was it entertaining? Not really, but it was informative. It wasn't entertaining. Because for me, it's sad to see. Y'all know I believe in black love. And it's sad to see some folks that have been together, I don't know, 20 years, whatever they've been together, and now they're not, right? It's always bad to see, you know, when the black love gets separated, right? But Remy has moved on, and evidently she's been moved on, right? He said they were still sleeping in the bed together. She said they wasn't. Okay? And he said the daughter was in the middle. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. If they were sleeping in the bed together and the daughter was in there, Remy didn't want him. They just, you know, she was just making him feel happy, which I think she did as long as she could. She wanted to make his appearance look good to us because she said all he cares about is how he appears to the public. He cares about what the people think about him. She, on the other, says she does not care, right? So she telling a story. And what sparked this, I don't know. What sparked this particular day? Maybe he went live. He had a lot of people on his live. Remy said he don't usually go live and he don't have that many people. She brought him to business. She is the one, right? And we all know that Remy is the star, you know. Now, Papoose could rap. Now, what I don't understand is why Papoose never got a record deal, you know, why he never did any of the things. You know, he's an excellent supportive boyfriend, excellent, top tier. He with you, he gonna hold your hand, he had every appearance, he got your back. He's excellent, which is what he's doing with Clarissa. According to Remy, she said Clarissa's just the replacement. Because Remy says she has been paying all of the bills. Now, I don't care how rich I get, I can't pay all of the bills. Now, if you cool with it, you cool with it. Evidently, Remy was tired of it, right? She said when she went away on vacation, she made him power of attorney over her affairs and her money. And he spent it, and he had 3 apartments that she never saw, right? Because he did say he was moving around, you know, he moved closer to her. Also, Remy said, I guess it's his oldest son. I don't know if I think he has 3 kids. I don't know if the oldest son, but his son they've got a strained relationship. I'm going to say that. All right. And she said, don't let me get him on the line. He going to tell it all. Now, we all look at Papoose as the next Bill Cosby, right? Good father, good husband. He that guy. But what does Papoose do for money? He was getting 20% of her monies. And he said because he wrote 90% of her songs. Now, I didn't know Remy to have a whole bunch of hits. You know, I know she got a few with Fat Joe. I don't know what her stats is regarding her hits. I like her. You know, I like her. But I don't know if she has a large catalog of music, right? I know that she is a freestyler, and she can freestyle. She can rap off the top of her head, which is a skill, right? But as far as a catalog of music, I don't know if it's that large. I don't know, right? No shade to Remy. I just don't know, right? Now, she is tired. Now, I'm going to tell you from a woman's perspective. She's been taking care of Papoose for 20 years. He been riding her coattail. It's been all about her money, right? I remember once, and I never heard him talk about it anymore. They opened a clothing store in North Carolina somewhere, right? Then I didn't ever hear much about it, you know. She was on Love and Hip Hop, right? Remy has been getting to the bag, and Papoose has been standing there on the side, right? And I guess she got tired of it. Real simple. Did he cheat? Don't know. Did he have some other women when she was gone? I'm pretty sure he did. He's a man, right? He was a young man. Now, he's 47, she's 44. Clarissa just turned 30 a couple days ago. Papoose, you too old for her. You're too old. I know that's the trend. Men in their 50s and close to they like women in their 20s. Clarissa just turned 30 on the 20th, right? So she was 29, 28. Clarissa says they was messing around before we knew about it. That been her man for y'all. We even knew about it, for the public knew. That's what she said, right? And this is what I'm going to say from Remy's perspective. If Remy been taking care of him for the last 20 years, she tired. She told him, they said this been going on since 2022. Remy said she ain't been sleeping with him. She had her own place. She had another place where she would go lay up with Scooby-Doo, right? Easy the block captain. Now, this is what my perspective, I think that, now that I've thought about it, because I had Papoose back. I had his back. I liked him, right? I had a conversation with my daughter. She broke it down to me. Papoose been knew that Remy didn't want him. She been told him. That's why the clothes is all packed up. She been told him. He was just hanging on. He was hanging on, right? Because that's his money. That's his income. Remy was his income. Now, why he didn't, all them years he was with Remy, he didn't invest some money. He didn't go buy a building, get some real estate somewhere, get a corner store, or what they call them in New York, a bodega. Why he didn't do something so when this time comes, when she no longer wants you and want to pay for you no more, you can have your own money. Because what I think is happening, why he's crashing out now, because this is a crash out. This is a sucker attack. Papoose is having a light sucker attack. Might turn into a heavy one in a minute, right? When he realized she ain't playing, ain't no money, which might be today, right? Why he didn't invest in something, right? Why? I understand your wife was the main breadwinner and you held her down. But why you didn't do a Jay-Z and Beyonce? He doing his job, you doing your job. Why, Papoose? Why you didn't do anything? Why? Do you not have any hustle? Do you not have any get up and go about you? I don't know. I don't know, but it seems like he didn't, right? And so now he's crashing out, and he wants to change the public's opinion of Remy, right? He wants to change, because then he said she been with a woman that she was locked up with in their bed with the daughter there. Now, I kind of, if she was with a woman, okay, that's her business. She was in the penitentiary a long time, right? Maybe she do like women sometime on the side. But to say that the daughter was in the bed, I don't know about that part. Now, it's been told to me, somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, say, yeah, Remy did mess with girls when she was locked up. That happens when you go away, right? To some people. I can't, I don't know. I don't know that, because quite frankly, I thought he was lying until somebody gave me some information today and said, oh, yeah, they know the person, they know things, right? They was locked up in there with her. So I don't know. This is alleged. I don't know about that part, but this is what he said, right? I'm just repeating what he said. He said he did knock Buddy out because Buddy shook his hand as a man, and then he was messing with his wife. I get that part, right? The whole thing played out on the social medias, and within minutes, it was all up and down social media. I just happened up on the live. And then somebody in the comments said, I'm watching both. I said, well, hey, I got two phones. Let me watch both, right? I really wanted to hear what Papoose had to say, because as a woman, I know where Remy at. Okay, let's say she did cheat. She was tired of you, buddy. And she told you she was tired of you. And they was real cool at first. For the last year or so, 18 months, 2 years, they didn't talk. We just assumed. We speculated, right? She didn't want you. She told you she didn't want you. She packed up your clothes. Come get your clothes. You can come get your clothes at any time. Now, he also took, allegedly, her Cartier bracelet and pawned it. $2,500, $2,400, something like that. Papoose, you're gonna have to go get you're gonna have to go start door dashing, Ubering or something. You're gonna have to get you some money now, because Remy done. And see, she got Buddy in her ear. Now, while she was going live, I could hear a dude. And she said, well, we was there all laid up. She showed a text message that Papoose, the day before, when she was laid up with her new man, said he wanted to get back with her. Now, right now, today, I want to know what Clarissa is thinking. What is the conversation? Now, what Papoose gonna do is make Clarissa lose the fight. Now, she got to worry about is her man really want his ex and what they doing and what they talking about and why did he go lie? Because if he was my guy, if Papoose is my guy, I would not appreciate him talking that much about his ex. Let it go. You with me now? I got you, boo. Right? But he felt the need to talk about it. Again, he's crashing out. In my day, we called it a sucker attack. That's what he's having, a sucker attack, right? So, that went on for at least an hour or so, right? And then Remy got up this morning and said on her Instagram, let me see, what did she say on her Instagram? Something about broke, emotional. She said he was emotional. He was emotional. He was an emotional dude. He emotional right now, right? You know, they leaving the messages. They leaving the messages, right? She's leaving the messages on her IG. She also showed receipts. She showed a lot of receipts. What did she say? What did she say? Oh, she done said some more stuff. Oh. She said, all I did was stop paying and all hell broke loose. Look at him, emotional. But since then, she said some more stuff. So they going at it. They going at it. And a lot of people saying, well, they still in love and they want to be with each other. I don't think that they're, at first I thought that. But I don't think that now. I think because I'm a woman and I've been where she's at, she's tired of him. She's tired of him. She packed his clothes up neatly. There's no vindictiveness. He can come see his child. He can come get his clothes at any time. She's done. She just want to be done with it. Go ahead on about your business. Go ahead on about your business. Right? Now, again, back to Clarissa. Me and Papoose would have to have a conversation. Like you told me that I needed a shot to get to Africa. Why you didn't want me to go to Africa with you? Because I'm sure she done took him places. I seen they were somewhere tropical not long ago. I'm sure she paid for that, right? So, y'all, we just gonna see. We gonna see what happens. The day continues, and they still at it subliminally or openly on social media. I don't know if Papoose has responded to anything, but Remy has. She's done, right? She's done. So we're going to see, y'all. Listen, drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. Do you think Papoose is a bum? And he been living off Remy and he ain't got no income of his own, and now he living somewhere in a room with one room. I don't know where he at, but it looked mighty gloomy where he was. I don't know where he was at, right? Is he going to go live with Clarissa? Is Clarissa going to take him in and take care of him? Remy says she's his next victim. I don't know. It's sad to see, though, y'all. It's sad. So drop down in the comments and tell me what y'all think. And most importantly, see, Papoose, this is what you need to know. Make it happen for yourself. Make it happen for yourself.